Have you ever noticed how progress doesn't always feel like progress? Like you can hit goals, you can check things off, you can move forward, and still inside you feel uncertain. Maybe even like you're falling apart a little. Because when something really truly matters, there's more than just the outer motion, the deadlines, the plans, the results. There is the inner storm, the emotional weight, the self-doubt, the quiet battle no one sees. And when that part feels shaky, when this inner storm is very, very present, is that just vulnerability that comes with growth? Or is it foreshadowing that you might not have the strength to face what's ahead when outer progress starts faltering too? Good morning, creative travelers. Welcome back to another episode in this tiny businessy thing that I'm doing. And of course, if you're new here, my name is Frederike, and in the last video I revealed that I am working on creating a tiny business for art and mental health. In this video, I am going to finally dive into the creative process of creating this collection, designing this collection for these items. I have finally gotten to that point. Until now, it's been all like logistics and talking to manufacturers and see if anything is possible, and like even seeing if my brain is like if my brain can comprehend and do this. I have not freaked out yet. I have not run away yet, and it's been almost 3 months. So, that's a good start. At this point, I'm blissfully ignorant to everything that's ahead. But luckily, I also listen to your podcast where this. So that's kind of a superpower that I have right now, that I'm not aware of all the things that are coming, and not being aware of them right now means I can focus on the task at hand. Yeah, welcome to this video. I'm so excited to take you along. Let's see if I can design some things and create some ideas. I thought before I even start diving into the designing of this whole thing, I should kind of know how I'm going to structure things, the things I need to do, because this is not like, in my head, I can't just create one painting and then copy and paste it on the products. That's not how we're going to go about things. I really want the artwork to fit as beautifully and as perfectly around the items that I'm designing in general, make it as good as possible. That's also why I contacted the manufacturers first, because they were able to send me templates so that I can adjust the artwork to those templates when that time comes. We're not in that time yet. To give you the best example I can without having anything related to show you, take this paper blank for example. We all know I desperately love, I'm obsessed with paper blanks. They are my biggest inspiration. Oh yeah, and also if you didn't know, journals are going to be one of the set in stone items that I will be designing. But take this one. It's a beautiful piece of art that wraps beautifully around the journal. Now, how do you get this translated, for example, onto something like that and still make it look as visually pleasing? Do you get my point here? This is what I want to achieve. Not that I'm going to be making vases, but just to have those different kind of items and make a seamless collection out of it. I don't know how people do it. But I'm gonna figure it out. So again, I have 1.5 months to accomplish that. This week 12, I will solely focus on finding the colors, creating the sketch, creating the story behind it, because the meaning of everything is really important to me. On we go. The reality of progress is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, because sometimes the deeper you go into something personal, something you truly care about, like this tiny healing business I'm working on, the heavier it gets. At least that's my experience from my recent weeks and months with growth. Progress stops feeling like momentum and it starts feeling like pressure. Like walking barefoot on sharp stones, trying to smile and say, look, I'm getting somewhere. Meanwhile, I'm in complete agony, but who knows that? Yes, sometimes there's outer progress, the kind that looks good, the kind you measure. That is kind of the progress you see on my end when I talk about my project. But then there is this whole other story of the inner progress and the inner growth, and that is way more intense.
Hello?
Underneath the outer progress and growth, there is a different kind of progress and growth going on as well. One that does not look graceful, one that does not feel strong, again, in my experience at least. It feels like overthinking, crying over things you thought you'd heal from. It feels like not recognizing yourself, like you're becoming someone new, but you're not knowing if that someone is better or just more tired. It feels like fear whispering things like, maybe I'm doing this all wrong, maybe I'm too emotional to handle this, maybe I'm making a fool of myself, or worse, maybe I thought I was brave, but I'm actually just being naive. And the closer you get to something that actually matters, to you at least, the louder those thoughts become. That's basically all. I look really flushed and shiny because I just took a shower. Because I had to ease my nerves. I just posted the video, the intro video for the project. I just revealed to you guys that I am starting this business thing. I am so physically unwell. It's so ridiculous. I am physically... This is just... I don't know why I'm putting myself through this. Other than that, I know why I'm putting myself through this, because this is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue. But other than that, I don't know why I'm doing it, because I'm an emotional wreck. And like, it's the worst part is not even that big of a deal. Like, I have just a very small following. There's nobody who actually like at the end of the day, I don't really think a lot of you care. But I think because it's a big deal to me, it's just a big deal to me. So sharing it and being so vulnerable and open about it is just... oh. Yeah, I have no idea what I've put myself into. But I just need to take one step at a time, just take one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Yeah. At first, I was really upset with it because I thought it showed my weakness. It kind of just, it enhanced my weakness of all the things I didn't think I could do. Because I think I had this misconception of growth being something that I constantly felt I was overcoming these feelings, that I was feeling the feelings and I managed to say or do something that made me feel better, and that was like one step up, and I would just keep on going like that. And I've come to realize that growth I think actually is standing in all these miserable feelings that I'm feeling right now, and the strongest thing I can do is not run away. Maybe growth doesn't come with clarity and power. Maybe it comes with confusion and fear and a constant aching in places you didn't know existed. And then gradually growth might look different, but at the beginning stages, I think this is it. Not running away and feeling all the feelings and keep on going anyways. This is the first sketch. Like, it looks horrible, but this is just sketching for me to make sense of things like placement and composition. It's not about anything else. So what we have here is like, we got a landscape we got a cliff, and we got a person with wings. Now you might immediately think like this is an angel. I am not going to be designing, or I'm not going to be drawing an angel into the story, but I think I've refined my idea to that I want it to be about rebirth, about rediscovering and reconnecting with your life, moving forward to a life that you actually want to live. And so rebirth was the word that came to mind. And so somehow I'd like to implement wings without it looking like an angel. That's going to be the challenge, because this is not an angel. This is a person who like has these subconscious wings, like these invisible wings with the strength and the courage and the ability to fly away into a new life. That is like the image that I have right now. I've also drawn this one. And on the first one, the person is standing on the side, so you get like a side view of the person. Here, the person is like facing the horizon, and you can see the wings on full display, and like this is the end of the cliff. Then I've been playing around with wings and human poses, because I'm not really sure how I'm gonna convey like the rebirth experience in the person and the wings. So I try to draw some wings and some other poses. I'm currently on a quick walk, which I usually do, but right now I'm on a walk for a more specific reason. Like 10 minutes ago or something, I wrote a message to a woman in a town nearby regarding a request about a market. So a market meaning if I were to go on a market, I'd like bring some of the items that I am creating, I'd bring my art, I'd be amongst people, I'd put myself out there. And like I knew already that it's possible. But now I'm on the verge of finalizing doing that. And I'm physically sick. Like I'm physically sick. I'm freaking out. I am second guessing everything, thinking that, oh frick, I can't do this. Like who do I think I am? This is just stupid me. No, I can't. And I knew that these feelings would show up. So I also know that I have to sit with it. I can't run away. So I'm walking it off. I'm walking it off. That's what I'm doing. Come on. So, if you're in this strange space where the world sees your progress, or not, maybe you're not even in a process of making progress, maybe you just are, but inside feels a complete and utter mess, I see you and I'm here too. Progress is not the polished stuff that we share online. I honestly feel like I've shown a bit of the polished stuff because I've been writing down and sharing the physical progress that I make. And I don't know how to put into words the inner turmoil of growth that I'm going through. And yeah, that's, I think that's okay as well. I guess I kind of showed it by making this video and this voiceover stuff. But the moments we keep going, even while it feels like we're falling apart, they are so, so essential. The moments we care so deeply, it hurts. The steps we take forward, even when everything inside us wants to stop, that is what leads to the version of us that we want to become, if that makes sense. And yeah, this kind of progress, it doesn't always feel strong. It rarely feels brave, but it's the kind that transforms us. It is messy, it is painful, it is uncomfortable, but it's also the very most powerful kind there is. I haven't filmed for a couple of days, but I have been working like silently behind the scenes. I've been sketching out, I've been working with ideas and stuff like that. But I noticed that with some phases of an idea or like a painting that I want to make, there's like, I'm not comfortable filming all of that. I don't like the feeling of having to film every step of the way because it kind of takes me out of the creative process. So I did some work behind the scenes. I am back now ready to tackle 2 drawings for 2 ideas that I have. And I will most likely choose one of those for the collection that I'm working on. And like the entire collection will be revolved, can I say that? Will be built upon this one painting, this one idea. It'll make sense in the future, I promise. Right now, I'm just trying to understand it myself, and then gradually I'll be able to talk more about it, I suppose. But yeah, we're working on 2 ideas. So the main goal for this video is to get the finished sketches, proper drawings in place so that we have 2 very specific ideas that I need to choose from. And then in the next video, in the next episode, I'll be painting them. I'll be focusing on making the paintings, yeah, for the collection.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden.
I've been filming from this angle, I don't know, for at least like 3 or 4 clips in this video. I was not in a very creative headspace apparently when I filmed this little sketchy vlog. Anyway, that's not of any importance. The importance here is that I have 2 sketches to show you, or I already showed you, but I'll show you again. Wait, this one. This was the first idea, the leap of faith or the rebirth idea, with like a mystical figure standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to jump into a new life with imaginary wings and like embrace the beauty and the light and the unknownness in the background here. That is the first one. Then I created another idea, which was this one, which I think I'm calling something in the lines of the Path of Awakening or something like that, or the Portal of Awakening, because it's a mystical figure following this path towards a very mystical portal in the woods, in a dark, gloomy wood. Yeah, that's the second one. And honestly, I was going to be posting this and ask for your opinions on which one you like the most and see if you guys wanted to vote for it. But I'll be honest, I created the Leap of Faith one, and I have this very specific feeling that's telling me that I should turn it into an oil painting, which means that I only have this one left. And it feels right. Like, I feel very connected to this one. It feels like a beautiful starting point, starting story for the items that I am creating. So now the challenge will be to create this or turn this into an actual painting with color. So this will be the main painting, and then I will take bits and pieces of the story I'm creating around it and turn those bits and pieces into designs for the different items. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. I'm not sure it makes sense to you, but you'll see all of it. You'll see what I mean later on. Fun fact, I have actually been in a horrible slump the last 2 weeks. I have not filmed. I have been completely and utterly consumed by all these emotions that I described about growth. I have been stuck and lost in that, and I've been unable to get myself out of it. I am finally starting to feel a little bit better, and I'm ready to tackle new challenges, but the last 2 weeks have been like crap, and that's okay. I knew that I would have that I was gonna have these phases, and the most like important part to me was that I don't quit. I don't allow myself to say I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna allow myself to have these shitty moments, weeks, days, for how long I need, as long as I don't give up on the project. And I haven't given up. I'm still very excited about it. In a week, I have a conversation with the journal manufacturer where I'm supposed to be showing the final design for at least the journal, which means I have 1 week to turn this into a spectacular, detailed, beautiful, colorful painting. But that, that's gonna be for the next video. We're not gonna do that now. I have done what I said I would do for this video. I am very ready to move forward after a shitty couple of weeks. Also, I have a market in 2 months. For this market, I need this whole little tiny business thing to be more, it needs to be like more concise, more finished. Like now everything I'm doing is all scattered and nothing is, I don't know how to explain this, but I have a lot of work to do for that market, and I'm not behind, but I'm on a very, very strict deadlines. So that's going to be nerve-wracking, but also exciting. I really want to focus on, this is supposed to be fun. I'm supposed to be enjoying this, and I'm doing my very best to do that. I don't expect every part of the process to be fun, but I want my focus to be that I enjoy this. I think that's enough rambling for me for one day, don't you think? Or for one video, not for one day. Yeah. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me, for being with me on this journey. And yeah, I can't wait to show you everything that's gonna happen in the very close future and see how it turns out in everything that's coming. I even like received my first couple of samples for the candles I'm also designing, which smells delicious. And yeah, over and out. I see you in the next video. Bye everyone.